messages become truth, right? Or they become questions because we don't know. Because all we get are particular messages that come in a particular way. And so Rodrigo and I were thinking about swine flu, and we're thinking about how do we push back against those messages? How is it that we, as community organizers, as people that work in immigrant communities that are Latino, that for us these are not just media messages, these impact our communities in really real ways, because we see then people wearing masks down the street, and it ties into other fear around this. So this was the way that we decided to respond. They called it swine flu, I called it racism, virally spreading at the speed of CNN, the BBC, the Chinese-Mexican quarantine. Another reason for border security, those dirty Mexicans are out to get us. It's a government conspiracy, a Muslim plot, the revenge of Dick Cheney, a game of blaming, H1N1, someone called 911, panic, panic, there's a black man running the country.
I say it's hard being brown, hard to live in a border town, but now Chalino has to wear a mask to protect free trade from getting infected. Human rights activists, tell me who needs to be protected. We got babies dying south of the Rio Grande and everywhere in my homeland. Yet all Fox News and their Patriot can talk about is how this is an immigrant infection. Now let me sharpen your recollection. We blame mad cows to see on who? And who did we blame for the responsibility of the avian flu? Well, we got this piggy flu, and you all got a demographic to blame. This must be casting for a conspiracy theory, because we all got framed. The only swine I know dressed in blue, and when I see them cruise, I let my middle finger loose. Now think twice when you tell me to turn and cop. I'm being nice, because you never let me choose.
And now I hear they got a swine flu vaccination. How about a cure for the Aryan nation, a racist and stupidity inoculation? A shot to prevent ignorance fever, preventative medicine to wake up Ward and June Cleaver. A black man in the White House doesn't make America less whiter. But it does put a black mask on racism fever that spreads faster than Ebola, more rampant than the plague. After the niggas, you know it's going to be the fags. So how about a pinprick to cure the dickheads in Congress that think healthcare is a luxury instead of a right? Tell that to the 45,000 this year that will die without it. Dead because we didn't care enough about them to create a public option, a public objection to racist, sexist, homophobic oppression, but I digress. We were talking about swine flu. Fuck you! How about a new directive to the NIH and CDC, to Congress and the President to take down the cause of disease, capitalism, corporate greed, and systemic oppression?
Tell me it's not true that we're calling H1N1 to appease farmer sales? Just because the stock market fell, we're going to be like, oh well, better them than us. It seems that only when the election time comes that the initials of the U.S. is us. Can you see how the hypocrisy? We have a black man in the White House, but we're far from democracy. We make movies about 2012, the end of the world. We feel the scream with idiocracy, while we spit in the face of Mayan ancestry.
I need to pop a couple of Excedrin. They got a new kind for racial tension. A quick pill to fix what ails you, a quick fix when society fails to admit that this isn't a virus. It's a cancer. Forget the swine flu. Don't let the dumb pox get you. And Lord, I thought they were joking when they did blackface in Australia. And denied a mixed race marriage in Louisiana. I know that y'all have heard racism is a la mode. Don't believe me? Pick up French Vogue. Smart Peter has gone high fashion.
It's been decided. I have in my idea give this whole country a cleansing. Let her pass the egg over this nation. Get rid of the illness we call racism. And if that's not enough, I'm bringing the shaman that took me that day in Cusco so he can show me the truth with coca leaves. And if that didn't work, I'm calling for an insurrection so it does leave. Because this illness has caused famine, brought back manifest destiny. Now we killing Mexicans because we feel like it. Shoot fathers in the back and broadcast it worldwide. Kill Hmong youth and plant the evidence in. Shoot up houses and always ask questions later. Question: do you still want to call me a hater? Walk a block in my frontera and a quarter mile in my shoes, and you will find the longest trail of tears and the heaviest shoes filled with lies and broken promises. Perhaps then you might begin to see why we right. And if I could transform my words into a vaccine, I'd make sure to call Obama and over a beer convince him and the FDA to bypass Congress and make this mandatory so we can be infected with the truth. Take a page out of Hans Carlson on a cart and call this a poendemic, and the virus contagious poesis. Yes, I am diagnosing this nation and telling them that we hold the vaccine. Come find us.